Right, it's preparing to live stream the meeting. Setting up your meeting for Facebook Live is what it says.
I don't even have anything on this laptop to actually post the emails so people can see me.
Oh my God. Right, I think it's right.
I noticed a few people liked my my week 2 post as well compared to my week 1 in the 90-day run.
Oh, that's good. It's your hairstyle, I'm telling you. We are live, Tanisha. We are live. Can you see it?
I cannot see it.
Right, hang on. Yeah, it's done it again. It set it to private. Hang on. Let me change it. 1 second. Bear with me.
No worries.
Post. Let me.
Well, hello to everybody that can see us because we are live. Just bear with us. A few technical difficulties here with Facebook. Yes. Sometimes it likes to play cheeky buggers. How is everyone doing this evening? Have we all had a good start to the week? What's going on? Have we got any good news in the house? If you do, please drop in the comments and share. You know, we like a bit of positivity.
Okay, I have tag duty. Hopefully that will show up. I've changed it to public. Hopefully it will show up. I'll let you keep talking while I figure this out.
Well, I have my own good news. I am really enjoying my Spin City instructor course. And I got the news today, the second bit of good news I've had from them, which is I passed my theory and I passed my practical, my first set. So that's really, really excited me, to be fair, because I am quite self-critical of myself when I'm in my abilities. It's not that I don't believe in my abilities. I just want to be really good at what I do. And I want to be able to help people in the best way possible by being the best that I can be. So that was really good news. The feedback actually had me a bit emotional. The feedback was just like, oh my God.
That's really good though. I mean, that's amazing. That really is amazing. I'm sharing it onto your wall because for some reason it must be your settings why it doesn't come up on your wall. So I'm sharing it to your wall.
I have to authorize.
Yes, that's it. Right. Your settings. You need to change your settings. I have.
How do I do that on a laptop? Because normally
go into your settings like you would if you were on your phone, your Facebook settings, and then you'll be able to change it. That's why. So I've shared it to your wall, but whether it will appear, because you need to obviously
let's have a looky.
Can you see it?
No, not yet. Sorry, folks. Sorry, folks.
Bear with us. Let me turn this off.
Where's settings again? It's the far right, isn't it? The drop down arrow.
Yeah. Bear with us, people. We're trying to technical issues. So if you let me go, I'm doing it from my face, but yeah, so it's like the 3 little dots.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm looking through my phone on here because I'm not on the laptop.
Okay, got it. Notification settings, comments, tags. Okay, we go on tags. Friends of friends. Is that it? Where's settings again? It's the
yeah. Sorry, I've just muted it. Yeah, so you need to go in and where you set it that you don't need to approve it if you want people to be able to share on your wall or tag you and stuff. At the moment, it's set to you need to approve it. Hey, Nicole. hey, Vicky. Hey, Catherine. Sorry, we're faffing.
Hi, ladies. You know, I'm not very technical. That's part of our discussion today, actually, to be fair.
We're new to doing this, right? So we're learning. Can you see it, T? So she's just trying to set it up so it will appear on her wall. How is everybody this evening? How's your evening going or day going? Because Nicole's in Canada. Hey, Danielle. Danielle said congratulations. That's, I'm assuming, for your pole achievement.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, so we're new to this. While she's
thank you so much.
Oh, mute that. Basically, we are live together again. We're doing this 90-day challenge together. And so some of the tasks that we have to do are things like we have to come on live, and we just thought rather than be sweating and going through anxiety doing it on our own, why don't we do it together? So that's what we're doing. Obviously we're doing it through Zoom, so it's clearer for everybody to see us, but that means we can't see the comments via Zoom. We have to look at the comments via our phone to be able to see what you're saying. So you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my phone to see your comments. We don't want to be rude and ignore you all. So if you're here, say hi. If you catch us on the replay, just say hashtag replay. Have you sorted it, T?
No, but I've just got a quicker way around it. I've gone into my own VIP group and I can see us there.
You can see it there. Okay. All right, fair enough. Brilliant. Okay, so we are here. We are live. Hello to everybody that's joining us. Yay. So yeah, as you know, we're doing this 90-day challenge. This is week 3. Is it week 3? It's week 3.
I know we've made it.
Yes, so week 3. Oh my God, we still got like how many weeks? Oh my God, we still got loads of weeks to go. I am choosing to do this and I want to last the distance. Whether I actually last the distance, only time will tell, right?
No. Positive. We are going to last the distance. And
We're going to last the distance. We're determined to last the distance. Oh God, I'm trying to tell this mute this thing. It just came off mute. Yeah, we're going to last the distance. We're going to last the distance. So yes, so today task is that we've got to share.
Oh, I can see the comments.
You see it now? Yeah, see, you can see it. Right, well done. Got it? Look, Tanisha's impressed. She's impressed with herself. Look at her face. She's impressed. When you learn something new, it's the little things, isn't it?
I am echoing though.
That's what happens. That's why I put it on mute. Put that one on mute. You can still see the comments, but the sound, if the sound comes through, it echoes. That's why you have to mute it. So put the Facebook one on mute. Understand what I mean? Turn the sound off. You should. So if you click on the live, you should see a little microphone, like a little microphone thing at the bottom right-hand corner, I think it will be. And you click that and it turns the sound off, but you can still see the live.
It says the sound's off, but I can still hear it echoing for some reason.
That's strange. Shouldn't do. Rachel's here. Hey, Rachel. She's working on technology. Yes, Catherine, she's working on technology. So today's topic is we've both got to share 2 things that we've learned in 2021, that we learned in 2021, and how it's helped us, how it may help somebody else, etc. Okay, so T, do you want to go first?
See, I like the way how she always throws me under the bus.
We can't. Oh, they can't hear the echo. I'm sorry. You're way more confident than me at this than I am, so you can go first. So tell me, T.
It's quite confidence there. I think it's just no filter.
So Carol, tell us, what 2 things have you learned? All right, what's the first thing you learned in 2021?
Okay, the biggest thing and the first thing that I've learned, actually this is the second biggest thing that I've learned, but it's been my journey with technology. I can work the basics on my phone, but when it comes to like most people that have their own business, they pay for people to come in and do their technology, do their advertising, do their strategies, do their networking and stuff like that. Whereas running your own business, a small business from home, these are things that quite clearly would cost a lot of money to fork out for someone to come and do that. So as with the rest of us who run businesses from home, we've had to start learning things from scratch. So I had no idea about apps. I had no idea about editing.
Yeah.
I had no idea about cutting or advertising or anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how to use most of the settings on most of the platforms. I am an alien on TikTok, but the alien is still present.
Yeah.
You know, so that's been one of the biggest things for me, is to learn about technology and having educational challenges the way that I do. I do not process information very well. If it's a verbal communication, I'm what they call a kinesthetic learner, which means I learn through touch and I learn through actually doing practical stuff. But when it comes to the theory side of things, I've really struggled to read and I really struggle to process things. But if someone explains it to me in a particular way, then I will get it just like that. Doesn't mean I can't do it. It just means
that's right.
Differently to the way how most people would do it. So it probably takes me like, I think it took me like about 6 months to learn how to do a basic edit, if not longer. But you know what? I like the challenge. I've rose to the challenge and I'm still working through the challenges. So yeah, that's really cool. I'm proud to say that I actually have 3 apps on my phone now that I'm working through.
3 apps. I've got so many. Oh my God.
You stay there with your gangster self because me and more than 3 apps. That not making it. So that's the first thing that I have learned. What's one of the things that you've learned?
Oh God, one of the things that I've learned, I would say the same. Like, obviously, I don't have the difficulties that you have in learning things, so it takes me. I'm quicker at picking these things up. But I would definitely say I've learned a lot more on how to brand myself, market myself using apps that are free as well. Like, some of them we pay for if you want the extra bits that you can get with them, but a lot of them are free, so it's not costing you anything. So it's just your time to learn how to use them, and being able to create images, and especially during the Black Friday, like this. I say this year, it's not even this year anymore, is it? 2021. So 2020, I was part of the diversity panel, so I had to do assets for corporate then, and because we were launching the Stick Foundation, the new shades of Stick Foundation, right?
Yes.
We had to do assets for them and for the cleansing balm and all of that stuff. And when I look back at those assets that I did to what I did in 2021, it, like, the level's completely different.
Yeah.
Like, right? Because I've learned more how to be creative with my images, my lighting, what apps I'm using. And like, these things take time, people. Like, it ain't just like a 5-minute job. It's not like you sit there for 5 minutes and it's done. Like, it can take you hours sometimes, right, to get things right. And I've learned from other Y sisters as well how to, like Lola, when we had the training with Lola on images and thinking outside the box, using props, for instance. Like, we all did the ones with the flowers and the hats and things. We learned that from Lola, right, from her training, how to be creative with stuff that you've already got at home, as opposed to thinking, I need to go out and buy this and this and this kind of thing. Utilizing what you've already got at home, how that can create an image and a feeling through a picture or through a video. Whereas in 2020, that wasn't even, literally, I'd just take a snap, like, wouldn't really think about what I was doing. Now in 2021, I've definitely learned how to really look at how I'm creating my stuff and how I'm putting it out there and who I'm trying to attract through those images or videos. So that's definitely what I've learned through 2021 through running this business. Like you said, like, when you're anyone that's running a small business, I would say 90% of them aren't paying external services to come in and do that for them. They're having to do that by themselves. Not that they have to do it by themselves, that's their choice to do it there by themselves, because you're just starting out a small business. You can't afford. But what we do, if we were to hire a marketing company, imaging, like, it's thousands of pounds for somebody to do that. Like, we wouldn't, even our website. Imagine now if we started our own beauty business from scratch, and that website would cost us thousands. It would cost us thousands just to create it, let alone run it. Do you understand what I mean? So yeah, that's what I would say. That's definitely what I've learned in 2021 for sure. My number one, most definitely. So what about your number 2? What was the second thing you've learned?
The second thing that I've learned, and it's probably a touchy subject for most people, but I used to really get nervous about people's opinions. I'm one of these people that I really don't have a filter. And that's because I really genuinely really don't care, because nobody pays my bills at the end of the day, you know. But there is a huge stigma. I didn't know anything about network marketing when I first opened up my own business.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that there is a huge label over it, if you like a black market over it. Like, you say network marketing and people run and they're just
They
like
run the other direction. Yeah, like you're about to kill them.
Yeah, genuinely, you know. And a lot of people are like, oh well, it's just one thing that's really popular that I hear, oh, it's like a pyramid scheme. And I'm just like, now where in Bart Simpson did you find a relation between
Bart Simpson?
Where in Bart Simpson did you find a relation between network marketing and a pyramid scheme?
Yeah.
I've been had by pyramid schemes in my younger days, so I know what a pyramid scheme is. So I cannot actually make the relation there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's that shady. I've actually lost what I thought were friends. Notice I said I thought, because friends support each other in what they're going to do, whether it be good, whether it be crazy, whether it be something that they like or they don't like. I've got friends that do stuff and I'm just like, that don't really interest me, you know what, because you're passionate about it and it's something that you want to make work as a hobby and as a business. I'll support you. That's what friends are for, you know. But not everyone's like that. But there really needs to be some education around network marketing to get this stigma away from it. Because at the end of the day, when you go online and you shop with like Sports Direct, or you shop with Dior, or you shop with Boots, you don't question your transaction.
No, you don't.
And there's no difference in the transaction with them and the transaction with us. I say that, but I say it lightly because there is a big difference. First of all, the massive difference is the customer services.
Yeah.
Those huge corporate businesses, they have a baseline of customer service, just a little basic rules and criteria, that's it. Whereas with us, you get a proper full customer service. It's not just about selling people products, it's about helping people build up their confidence in areas that they want to build it, not by covering it up, but by adding to it to enhance what they're feeling and what they're low on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it helps them in other areas of their life as well, not just in makeup or skincare. I think people don't understand the relation between their well-being and looking after yourself and using products. Or it's just the same as using exercise. My exercise is my prescription. Next to that, my prescription is skincare, and I ain't got no qualms about saying that, because the impact that my skin had on me before I found a really good quality skincare was absolutely, it was like sometimes it was debilitating. Do you know what I mean? And the psychological impact that can have on someone,
100%.
unless you have experienced that, or you know someone that's experienced that, you would never understand why someone would want to take such a deep interest in it. And when you start speaking to customers, you start to get to know them, as in know them, not just what they like to put on their skin or anything like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Also as well, we make sure that they're covered, you know. So if there's any issues, then they're covered. We do a 14-day love it guarantee, which 90, I'd go as far as to say 99% of businesses do not do. If anyone here or comes back afterwards, #replay, if you want to correct me on that, I challenge you to it.
Yeah, I do. I've not, in the 7 years that I've been doing this, I've never heard, and again, like Taniesha says, if anybody knows of one, please correct, because I've not come across it. I don't know any beauty brand that will allow you to purchase their products, makeup, skincare, whatever. And now we've got collagen, right? That's consumable. I do not know anyone that would allow you to go and buy their makeup, go and buy their skincare, go and buy their vitamins, use the vitamins, then 7 days later say, you know what, I don't like this, or it's not for me, or whatever, and send it and go back and say, can I have a refund? And they're going to say, yeah, sure. They're going to tell you, especially something consumable, they're going to tell you, you've taken 10 out the packet, you can't have your money back. Like, they're not going to give you your money back. They're not going to do that. Same with the makeup. You can't go and buy a lipstick from MAC, use it for a week, and then go back and say, you know what, the color just isn't for me. I mean, again, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't for me. Can I get my money back, or can I change it for another color? And then say, yeah, sure. They're going to say, you've used it. No, you can't. Like, it even says on, when you go and buy these products, you get to the till and they tell you this is a non-refundable item. They tell you. So you're like, you sure you want to buy it, because you can't change this.
And if I remember rightly, I'm sure once you break the seal on these packaging,
it's done, mate. That's it.
That's it. It's yours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So I think that's like a really big part of it.
And I agree. You got your 14-day money back guarantee. And if not, you've got 90 days to exchange. 90 days. What's that? 3 months?
3 months
to exchange it for another product. Like, are you actually insane right now? Tell me, I beg somebody to come forward and tell me a brand. Like, you can't even do that. I don't know. Can you do that with clothes? You can't even do that with clothes, can you?
No.
Take it back 3 months later. I'm going back to Primark with my little t-shirt. I don't want it no more. And they're going to let me exchange it. No, they're not.
I think with clothes, you've got 30 days to exchange it. And that's providing you haven't taken off the tags and stuff.
So tell me, like you said, I'd love someone to challenge us on that. Marv, let me see what people are saying. I don't mean to ignore you guys. We can't see the comments, so unless I look on the phone. Okay, Mac will tell you, nope, no refunds. That's what Sergi says. Marv is saying, I had a problem with my collagen and got my money back, no questions asked. She had the same problem as you, T, with the collagen, where one came when it was open. She's got her money back. Serge, that was one reason I was scared to use makeup, as I had many fails and couldn't return it. Yeah, exactly that. So yeah, that's a huge.
It is a huge part of it. I've still got makeup here now that I've only used once.
That's right. I got a couple of Avon. I like some of Avon stuff. And I got a couple of Avon lipsticks that were, you see it in the catalogue and you, oh yeah, I like it. And you order it and the colour came and it was like, no, that is not what it looked like. But I can't send it back. So it's just sat there until I find somebody that would wear it and I'll just give it away. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's a huge one. Absolute huge. Anything else you wanted to add?
Like, a lot of the time, I think people think when they see you come in live, they think that you're really confident. I get a lot of messages from a lot of my friends. I've even started getting messages from people that I don't know, and I appreciate all of them, each and every one of you individually. Because I think people don't realize that it's been a hard couple of years, right? And just because you see someone like myself come on camera and come live and passionate about what I do, whether it be my beauty business or whether it be my fitness business, and I am putting myself out there. I'm putting myself out there because I've had to learn that if I don't put myself out there, I'm not gonna continue growing in the way that I want to, and I'm also not gonna be able to influence other people to believing in themselves and believe in their abilities, that they can do anything that they set their mind to. And I just feel like I think we all need to be really open about what we've gone through in the last couple of years. I'm not saying you have to go on live and you have to tell the whole world your business and stuff, but here what I speak to probably about 40 people a month, and everyone is going through the same hardships or very similar. Everyone's keeping it to themselves. People, when you come online, some people use it for the right reasons, some people, they get lost in it. If you use social media for the right reasons and connect with the right people, you will find your tribe, and you will find your tribe that will support you in anything that you are going through. It doesn't even have to be business related. So let's step away from business for a minute. You know, if you are just very open and just own even one flaw, you will be surprised at the feedback that you actually get back. I'll give you an example, but I won't obviously say her name. But I was speaking to someone the other day, and she was telling me how nervous she was about posting in my group and stuff like that. And she'll send me videos and stuff in my inbox. But she was like, oh, I'm very shy and I'm embarrassed and I'm going through particular things. And I'm like, I go through that. I go through that. We literally was just going through and comparing. And she was absolutely, if I was there, I'm sure her jaw would have been on the floor, because you could tell that from what she was typing. And I just think that we all just need to be a little bit more open-minded. Even if you are not ready to grow, growing is an ugly process, and I don't think people realize that. And whether you do it in silence and let success be your noise, or whether you reach out to one or two people, sooner or later you're going to become ready, or you have to become ready. Otherwise, you're just going to start backsliding and falling down in the gutter and not being able to get yourself back up. And I've been down there in the gutter, which is why I'm in the position that I'm in now. I am in the position now where, yeah, life isn't peachy and it isn't perfect, but you know what? It's a far cry away from where I was at the beginning of 2021. You know, I've started to work on my confidence. I've started to work on my mindset. I've started to work on, I'm not really a people person, and most people don't believe that because I'm always online, but I'm not. I really do not people too much. It isn't good for me. But I've learned.
Good for me.
But I've learned, I've learned that it's not that I'm not a people person. It's a mindset thing, because I am a people person. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to proudly own what I do. And I wouldn't be wanting to help people so much in different ways that I do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Catherine's made a comment. Catherine is saying, I'd say other brands, you're buying a brand where we are buying off you guys. So people are less likely to return unless there is something wrong with it. But with MAC, people would think I can wear it on a night out, return it and not bother. Buying off real people that spend the time to suggest, you know, you're getting good shit, and people wouldn't try and con you. 100%, Catherine. Absolutely.
That's a great 100%. Comment, Catherine.
A really good comment, and it is true. It's and I like what you said, Catherine, about people are less likely to return stuff when they're buying from us, because you're 100% right. The amount, like, I don't get a lot of returns, to be honest. I really don't. Like in 7 years, I've not really, I've had hardly, I can count on one hand how many returns I've had in 7 years, right? I'm not going to say that's just because our products are amazing, because yes, they are amazing. But I also recognize that I've spoken to people that have had stuff and the color wasn't quite right, or they didn't get on with it or whatever. But because it was me, they didn't want to tell me. So they just kept it. And the amount of times I have to say to people, listen, we have a love it guarantee for a reason. Use it. It doesn't make any difference to me. I'd rather know that you're happy with it, your product, or send it back and get your money back, than sit there with something, especially if it's your first time trying something of ours.
Yes.
And you sit there with something and you're like, I don't like it, but whatever, because you're not going to like everything. And then you never want to purchase again because you had a bad experience with one product. Whereas you could have contacted whether it's me or Taniesha or someone else who presented and said, look, it's not quite right for me. Can I send it back and get my money back? Or can you recommend something else? And you still go away with a good experience. Do you see what I mean? But people, they're like, oh no, I didn't want to say because, you know, like it's makeup and I used it. Well, no, it's okay. With us, it's okay. It's okay. Happy customers come back. Yeah, absolutely. But if someone's, you know what it's like, if you try something and you're like, didn't like that, so I'm not going to try anything again, I'll just avoid it. Just come clean and just say, I didn't like that. Then we can work it out. And if you genuinely don't want to use it, I've got a girl who has bought several products from us in the past over the time I've been in, and everyone she's bought, she's sent back. Just wasn't for her. Just isn't. She prefers a different brand. That's okay. That's okay. But she came back, she got her money. She hasn't gone back in a bad taste. I bought all these products, I really don't like it, and I just wasted all my money. So when she goes to speak to someone says, oh, I'm thinking of getting something from so-and-so who does Unique, she's going to have a negative mindset and she's going to share that and say, but oh yeah, you know what, really didn't like it, and that could stop that person from trying it if she hadn't spoken to me. But the fact she's spoken to me and I said, that's okay, fine, let's send it back, let's get your money back, blah blah blah, she can go away and say, you know what, I tried it, but it wasn't for me, but you know what, they gave me my money back. It's a different, do you see what I mean? It's a different way. They still had a positive experience with our brand, regardless whether they actually like the product or not. That's the difference. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a good point, Catherine. I really like that. Sergi, I've sent customers replacement products even if they insist that it's okay. Yeah, I do the same, because they do. No, don't worry about it, it's fine. You're like, no, it's not fine. I've got to send you something.
I want to know, when a customer comes to me, that it's not about, oh well, do you know what, how much money can I get them to spend? I want to know that they've come to me with an idea of what they want, but they're not sure on shade or anything like that, or not sure on their skincare and things like that. Because I noticed skincare is one of them ones. Skincare is very personal.
It is personal. And it's like the foundation, like Sergi said, especially foundation. It's the same thing. It's personal to each individual.
It really, really is. So when you're speaking to people like that, I would rather them come and say, well, do you know what, I've got an idea, but I would like your advice and input and recommendations. Do you know what I mean? And this is another reason why I like to actually use the products. I must admit, I've only not liked one product since I've been with Unique.
Okay.
But everything else I've absolutely loved. Everyone knows I'm a lash girl. I am a lash girl, I'm a brows girl, and I'm a skincare girl. That's my thing. But just because that's my thing doesn't mean that's all I'm going to focus on, because I want to be able to help everybody. And by the time a customer finishes with me, I want to make sure that they've come to me and they've gone away with what they were seeking for, even if they didn't have that much of a clue when they came to begin with. I also want to make sure that they're not just buying the products. I want to educate them about the product that they're buying. I want to educate them about the ingredients that's in the products as well, because I don't think a lot of people realize that most of our products are actually plant-based, which is really, really good for your skin.
And vegan. A lot of our products are vegan.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And I don't think a lot of people actually realize that. So for me, it's the customer service. It goes from products to education. And then from that, I've noticed I've made friends through customers. Do you know what I mean? That's something that I never even envisioned.
Yeah, I hear you on that one, totally. Jorna. Hey, Jorna. I had a lip gloss from Unique. It was broken when it arrived. Sylvia Johnson got it, exchanged it for me by sending another replacement. I'm a happy Unique sorted it out for me. Absolutely. And when that happened, we're going way back with Jorna, like when deliveries used to take 10 days to arrive. Like that's way before yes, listen, when I first started, you didn't get your orders within 2-3 days. You had to wait 10-11 days before you got your products. That's how much we've advanced. Yeah, like the system we have now is nothing what we had when I started.
The system now is brilliant, man, because within 2-3 days you've got your item.
It was long, but it was fine. Like people were fine with it. But when you look at what we got now, like, wow, that was long. How did we even do that? Yeah, it used to take good 10-11 days for stuff to arrive. Like, we're now, like, you order it today and it's sometimes you got it tomorrow. Like how did you get, like, do you know what I mean? It's amazing. So yeah, hey Jada's just joined. Hey Jada.
Hi Jada.
Catherine saying, talking about,
if I'm not commenting, guys, it's because when I go to look at the comments, the echo starts. So
it's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Catherine, talking about suggestions, loving the brush, taking good care of it. That's what Catherine said to you.
Say that again.
Catherine said, talking about suggestions, she's loving the brush and she's taking good care of it.
Thank you, Catherine. I'm so glad that you are happy.
Excellent. And Marva said, yeah, I remember those days. Yeah, the deliveries used to be long, Marva, man. It used to be long. Like when you joined as a partnered with the company, your kit would take, you'd have to wait a good 2 weeks before you're getting your kit. good 2 weeks. Like, not like now, you getting it the next day. The Unique is advanced, like quick. That's why I don't understand I'm not knocking any other brand, by the way. So I won't mention names because I don't want anyone to think I'm bashing another brand. I'm not. But there's some brands that have been around for 20, 30 odd years that are direct selling brands. I buy from them. So I'm not knocking them because I like their products, but I don't understand how their delivery is so. I'm still waiting 7 to 10 days to get my thing. I'm like, we've moved on with technology so advanced now. How is this company still taking that long to get your delivery to you? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, just madness to me, really. I don't know how. When Unique is way younger and they're getting your order to you within 2-3 days. Like, what was it, like collagen? Just ordered it and the next day it's turned up on your doorstep. Like, but I ordered that at 11 o'clock at night. How did you get that to me so fast? Do you understand what I mean? It's madness.
It's brilliant.
It's so good. Hi, Jada. Okay, so my second, what I learned in 2021, God, there's a number of things, but again, similar to what you said in terms of people, I realized in 2021 that everybody is the same. It doesn't matter who you are, where you live, what level you feel you are, what you do, it doesn't matter. We are all the same. We all have the same insecurities. We all have the same worries. We all get anxious over the same things. Everybody's same, because like you said, I get people flooding my inbox and the stories are the same. The circumstances are different, but the stories are the same. The worries are the same. And it's like, if everyone actually opened their mouth and spoke, you would be able to really help each other. And you'd realize you're not on your own. And so-and-so's been through it, and that's how they did it. That may help you to get through it. So I'm going to use Kim. I'm sure Kim won't mind me using her as an example. Kim on our team, okay? Like, Kim was going through a difficult period where she had no money. She didn't have food in the house, blah, 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 blah. She was going through all these things. She was just going through a dark spot towards Christmas, and she was struggling. Remember, Kim's got 5 kids, man. I don't know how she does it with 5 kids, but she's got 5 kids, and obviously her fiance. And he works. But, you know, cost of living, everything's gone up. Like, my petrol used to cost me £55 to fill up my car. Now, when I'm going, it's costing me £70, like, to fill up my car. Like, are you serious right now? Right? So cost of living has gone up for everybody. It's only because we had a conversation and she told me what was going on. And I said, don't worry about it. Call this person, do this, go down and they'll sort you out and you'll have more than enough food. You won't, like, the one thing I can help you with is making sure you've got food in your house for you and your kids. Why? Because I've been there and I'm not afraid to talk about it. Okay. And I was blessed that somebody shared that information with me when I was going through that exact same scenario, when I had nothing in this house, no food, no nothing, didn't know how I was going to feed the kids and whatever else. It's another story. I won't go into it all now, and I was blessed for somebody to send me a leaflet, just a flyer. They just dropped a flyer in my inbox. They didn't even say anything really. They just dropped it and said, call these people. And I called these people and I went down. People would say it's a food bank, but it's more than a food bank. I associate food banks with usually in children's centres, in churches, and they just have tinned food and packet food, like the rubbish food, right? This isn't a church, and all of the food they get is from Costco. So if anyone shops with Costco, has ever been in Costco, you know their portions are massive and the food is good. And you walk in this place and you might as well be in Costco. Like, it's this madness. And literally, all they say to you is bring as many bags as you can manage and fill them up. There's no limit. You can only have, like, again, with food banks, I associate that you're limited to how much you can take. with this, you're not limited. You can fill up and put in as much food as you can. The only things they limit is meat, fish, and milk, because people obviously they take way too much and then somebody might not get. So those are the only things that they say you can only have 2 or 3 of. Anything else, salads, rice, pasta, fresh salads, like all this food, you can take as much, as long as you can fit it in your bag and carry it out that door, you can take what you want. The staff are amazing. They don't judge you. There's no questions. There's no interview. Why are you here? There's none of that. Like, there's none of that. It literally, they open the door and they invite you in. Amazing. So because I've been through it and I'm not afraid to talk about it, I was able to share that with somebody else that was in need, which was Kim, right? I was able to say to her, listen, don't stress. It's cool. I got you. Here you go. Like, you're sorted. That's one less thing that you need to worry about. And that's kind of what you're saying, and what I'm saying is that you need to open up and talk to people, and don't be ashamed of your stories, because not only will you maybe might inspire somebody else, you might have a solution for somebody else. Who was it who said, someone said, I can't remember who it was it Monica maybe? I can't remember who said it. Someone said recently, I'm sure I was with you when they said it, our stories are not meant for us, they're meant for other people.
Yes.
I can't remember who said it.
It's a bit like the old saying, like, my struggle will be somebody else's survival guide.
Yeah. I can't remember who said that. I know it was recent. I can't remember who said it or where we were, but that's what it is. So, but if everybody, imagine you've got 10 people in the room, in rooms next door to each other, in cubicles, they're all suffering for whatever reason, but each one of them have the solution for the other person, but no one's opening their mouth. And they're all sitting in silence, suffering, not knowing that the cubicle next door has the answer to your struggle, and the other side, you have the answer to their struggle. Do you see what I mean? See, that's what I've learned from 2021, is that everybody's the same, and the problem is that people are too scared to open their mouth from judgment, embarrassment, not feeling good, like all of these things. But we need to reprogram our mind and know that that's how we learn and grow. Like, if everything was perfect, you wouldn't learn anything. You wouldn't learn anything. How would you, like kids, if you keep doing your child's laces up, when they get to adulthood, they're not going to know how to tie their laces because they never had to do it. Just what I mean? So it's the same thing. If we don't go through these hard times and these struggles, we never know how to get through it. And then appreciate that struggle for what it was, and learn the lesson, whatever that lesson was in that struggle. At the time, obviously, you just feel like your life's crashing down and everything's bad, but it's when you start to come through it, if you're able, because some people can't, some people stay in that negative mindset, you need to stop and breathe and try and think, okay, what was I supposed to learn from that? What was it trying to teach me? That's what I've learned over the years, is what time I hit a brick wall.
Leave the challenge, but bring the lesson with you.
100%, absolutely, 100%. So that's definitely what I learned from 2021. Those two things. And I learned something about myself, that I am the biggest enabler on the planet.
Yes,
I'm the biggest enabler on the planet. I want to help people so much that I actually enable them to do nothing. Because I do too much for them. And I don't mean this in a bad way.
No, it's not in a bad way.
But it's, again, I suppose it comes back to like a parent with a child, right? They do so much for their child because they want to do everything for the child, so the child don't ever need. But then you've enabled your child to be lazy, or you enabled your child to be spoiled or whatever, because you've done too much for them, not meaning. That's me. I've learned, that's how I've been, and I burnt myself out. So that's why 2022, we're in 2022, right? 2022. It's a completely different mindset, and I'm having to reprogram my brain. But it ain't a 2-week course. It's a life change.
I'm gonna say it's life in itself is a lesson, and the lessons of life, you never stop learning.
No, no, till you stop breathing. You're going to keep learning every step of the way, every step. And if you're not learning, then you might as well lie down in the coffin. No disrespect, guys, but if you're not learning anything, you might as well just lie down in the coffin, because that's what life's about, isn't it? Learning and growing, learning and growing, learning and growing. So if you or somebody standing there thinking, I know everything there is to know about life, then you might as well just lie down.
I am telling you. And I think a lot of people that are struggling as well, they're kind of like,
hey, Sandra.
Hi, Sandra.
Hey,
like,
Jenny.
Hey. It's kind of like an old saying, like, just because you are suffering through something or suffering with something, don't mean you have to live and breathe it. You know, I've got many diagnoses, for example, but that doesn't mean I have to live and breathe and be my diagnoses. And that is something that I have learned about myself, that I used to think like that. I still do sometimes, but now it's more positive than it is negative. And I think that's why I've learned to grow over the last couple of years, especially in 2021. You know what I mean? In 2021, my life was like so imbalanced, and a lot of it was more negative than it was positive.
Yeah.
And I just literally just thought to myself, do you know what? One day, you know, you just feel like you walk into a door and you hit your head, and then you just don't go anywhere. You just keep hitting it. And I was just like, do you know what? I actually need to open that door now. I'm not ready for it, but I actually need to open it. If I don't open that door, I'm going to do myself an injury. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I keep hitting my head.
So,
and I'm one of those people. I'm similar to you. I enable people a lot. I will always say yes. That's how I used to always be like, because I don't want to see people suffer, especially when I can see it before they even see it sometimes. Do you know what I mean? I don't want people to suffer and have no one and have nothing, because that's where I'm coming from. And I've had to build myself to where I am now.
Exactly. So, that right there is what, I mean, you correct me if I'm wrong, but that right there, I'm learning this from Monica as well, just listening in on her sessions, is our, what's the right word? Is our trigger.
Yeah.
When you see somebody suffering, that triggers you because you know how that feels. So you try and do everything to take them out of that suffering, but that isn't always a good thing. Just see what I mean? That's what I'm learning. It's not always a good thing, because they then become dependent
on you.
Right. And so you have to learn the boundary, which, like, you want to help, but you've also got to leave enough room for them to come forward and start helping themselves.
Yeah.
That's the bit. Do you see what I mean?
Definitely.
Sandra, I did put up a post about struggle. The struggle you are facing is a test to see if you are committed to your life. I like that. Committed to your life. Committed to the life that you want. Yeah, that's I like that. Nicole,
I like that, Sandra.
Yeah, I like that, because you're right. Because if you are committed to the life you want, you'll keep pushing forward. And if you're not, you'll give up. You'll just stop, won't you? I like that. I have to look for that post, Sandra. I like that. Nicole says it doesn't define you. No, preach it. Marva saying preach. But it's true. And you know, it's the funniest thing. We're all in our little corners thinking certain things, and you're like, not realizing the girl next door, the guy next door is thinking exactly the same thing. They're feeling and thinking the exact same thing. All it takes is communication and opening your mouth and speaking, and then you're like, okay. Do you understand what I mean?
And you know, when people start being open, you actually realize that life isn't actually that bad. When you are very closed off and you're recluse, and you're sitting and wallowing in self-pity, because let's face it, we've all been there. When you're sitting there wallowing in self-pity because of whether it be financial worry, whether it be emotional, mental, physical, it doesn't matter what the worry is. When you're wallowing in that that little pit of quicksand of self-pity, you're actually closing the doors of opportunities that are actually hitting you in the face. When you sometimes when you feel like you're walking into a wall constantly, that's an opportunity presenting itself. But because of the way that your mindset has been conditioned to over a long period of time, you're not actually seeing that. Do you know what I mean?
That's right. That's why it's so important to check your circle of people that are around you, whether that family, friend, partner, whatever, kids even, because some people have got toxic children. Like, let's not get it twisted. Some people, and it ain't necessarily that they've raised them like that. Their kids are just toxic for whatever reason. You have to check your circle and fix it up, because if your circle is toxic or negative or depressed, you've got no chance. like that, you know, it's very hard to come out of that. Like, I'm not saying you can't, because you can, but it's very hard if the people you're used to talking to and blah 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 are of that mindset. Because if you're in that mindset and they're in that mindset, then who's going to be the one that's going to say, no, come on guys, we can do this? Like, who's going to? So you have to really check your circle around you. And I would say in your circle, you need people that are loyal, that you can trust, that are kind, compassionate, but will give you a
honest.
That's what I said. Trust, honest, and will give you a kick up the arse, that will tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
Yeah.
That will tell you out of love and kindness, that they will tell you, no, SJ, you're wrong. You're wrong. You know, you need to do, or you shouldn't do, or have you tried, whatever. You need people like that are able to do that, are not afraid to do that, because some people that, you know, they might be thinking it, but they're too afraid to tell their friend. They don't want to hurt their feelings, but you're hurting them even more, in my opinion, by not telling them. You need to, if your friendship is real, you should be comfortable enough to say, no man, no, you're not on the right path right now, or whatever it is. You should be able to say that, and be able to say it in a manner that your friend you're speaking to will receive that, although it might still hurt them, but they'll be able to receive it, take it away, sit with it, think about it, and kind of, do you understand what I mean? So you have to check your circle, you have to check who you're around. Hey Lynette, Sandra, it's like a boomerang. More positive you are, the more positive people will come to you.
Yes,
Sandra, 100%. Nicole, some kids are just born bad seeds, sadly. Yeah, I think you're right, Nicole. Like, I know this is probably going to sound really bad. I'm not referring to anyone's kids as a dog, but you know, you get packs of litters or packs?
Litters.
Right, litters of dogs, and you'll get a dog in that litter that may just be vicious, just born that way. Like, and cats as well, like animals, you get the one that might be, and I think, I've always thought, that runs the same with human beings. We're mammals, right? Like, it must run the same, isn't it? That you'll just get people that are just born bad. It's no one's fault. It's not the parents' fault. It's not, they're just born that way, unfortunately. You know, I'm sure that's how it works. I mean, that's just my theory anyway. You attract, this is Nicole, you attract what you send out. If you walk into a situation thinking you're going to succeed, chances are you will. If you walk in thinking you're going to fail, then guess what will happen? Our brains are a powerful tool. Yep, Nicole.
The brain only believes what you tell it.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not alone. I'm live on Zoom. You're live on Zoom. Yeah, you're live on Zoom. Yeah, it does. And we've been learning that with Monica. Some of the stuff Monica says really like gone in, and I'm like, oh my God, yeah, oh my God. Like this afternoon we did the money one. I know you couldn't make a Cuban session, Marvel was on, but some of the things she said, like, okay, let me share. She was sharing about money, like our relationship with money, and she's like, if money to you has always been, like you say it, Taniesha, you say it a lot, just need enough to pay my bills and make sure that I'm okay and I'm good. That's exactly what I say, right? But what she was saying is, we have just concreted our affirmation with money, and we've been doing it for years. So that affirmation is solid, and it's living, and it's played out. It's living true to the thing, because we just make enough to cover our bills. We don't make enough to, because that's what we told God, the universe, that's what we wanted.
Yeah.
So she's like, you have to retrain your mind, like, you want more than that. You don't just want enough to cover your bills. Like, it was like, I was like, oh my God, how many years have I've been saying that all my life?
Yeah.
Like, do you understand what I mean? So it's all, everything comes down to mindset, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really, really does. I'm telling you.
Everything.
And you know what? Talking of money, that's another thing that I've learned throughout lockdown. Anyway, when I was younger, I grew up what they call a ward of the state. So I grew up in the government system. So I didn't have any like input on how to manage money or anything like that. That's something that I've had to learn on my own. So when I was younger, I was like, yeah, I can get myself a credit card and stuff, a bit similar like we was talking about the other day.
Yeah.
And I literally just blew a whole load of debt. Like, I could have bought a house.
Yeah.
And it's taken me a
Crazy,
while.
isn't it?
It is really crazy, and it's easily done.
Yeah,
and it's taken me a while to actually focus on the things that matter the most, and to work out how to actually manage money without me thinking that it's the be all and end all type thing. I can see you smiling. I can see you looking at that. But yeah, one thing that just before lockdown, I've really started to find a nice even balance financially, which also took off the emotional and mental stress as well.
Yeah.
And since the lockdown, especially last year, I've knuckled down with money a lot more, and a lot of it has tended from, obviously, a lot of us lost our jobs at the beginning of lockdown and stuff. You know, some of us have found jobs, some of us have took opportunities like myself, and then other people have literally just not known what to do and kind of crumbled underneath the pressure kind of thing. Again, like you said, it's mindset, you know. And I took this opportunity not knowing where it was going to go, what I was going to do with it, you know, what I was even doing. I had no idea. I had no clue about makeup, no clue about managing my money, as in business wise, like this. So it's actually taught me a lot. And one of the things that sticks out to me about being financially free, as in like stop worrying about things that you're going to pay out and stuff, is I get paid every 3 hours.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've never had a job that pays in the way that this job pays.
I don't know anyone's paying you in 3 hours.
I've never heard of that, you know. And it's transitioned my mentality about money, you know. And before I was like, oh, it would be nice one day if I could buy my house, and I'm just like, now I'm just like, I'm buying my house. I choose to buy my house, and it's in my 5-year plan. So that's what I'm going to do. And that's kind of like how I think and look about everything. I mean, if I wasn't working my own business from home, I wouldn't have been able to do the things that I've done for my daughter and for my grandkids in this last like 12 months. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. If I wasn't working for myself, I wouldn't have been able to be here for the boys, like, you know, where we live. Levi, like, Reese can walk to school. It's like 10 minutes up the road for him, but Levi can't. It's way too far. He can walk. Like, he wouldn't be able to get to school if I wasn't able to take him. So I can't do a 9 to 5. You know, I wouldn't be able to do that. So I've been, but not just with my own kids. I've been able to help my brother and his wife by having his kids because I'm home. So, you know, they moved house. I think it was the December before we went into lockdown, like they were moving house out of the area. But Marley, my nephew, was still going to school, and the school is 3 doors down from my house. And so I've been picking him up from school and, you know, babysitting. Because I'm at home, I'm able to help my brother with that childcare. I never had that myself when I had my kids, right? my brother, one of my really good friends, Monica, her boy, being able to, you know, she's a criminal lawyer, and so she got in court, and her partner worked in London, and you know, she's got this little one as well, and she needed childcare. I was able to have her baby for her so she could go back to work, and now I'm doing it for another friend. I have her little girl, the little 2-year-old Ocean. I have her, so that Nicola's a single mum, and she's struggling to get to grips with it all. So I'm able to have their children because I'm at home, so I can do that. I'm able to offer that, which I wasn't able to get when I was in that situation.
Definitely.
So that's really helped. And I learned through lockdown how much we didn't need, like how much, you know, what money we were spending prior to lockdown, and lockdown weren't able to spend that money. So it made me realize actually how much we really don't need. It would
be interesting to know, if you're on now, how lockdown has affected you guys financially.
Yeah, and how did you get on?
It would be interesting to know, do you save now since the lockdown, and did you save before, and what's the comparison? Not actual figures, but what's your mindset like on that now? Because I'll tell you something, I was saving before lockdown, and I have saved more in lockdown than I saved the 2-3 years prior to the lockdown.
Prior to lockdown, it's crazy, isn't it? Got a comment here. Lynette's saying, would it be fair to say that you're addicted to Zooms? Loose women on a different level.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Nicole's saying, you attract what you send out. If you walk into a situation, oh, did I read this one before? If you walk into a situation thinking, oh yeah, we read that one. Sorry, Nicole. I'm just trying to make sure I haven't missed anybody. My parents own, Nicole again, my parents only taught us how to save money, not how to spend it. So I didn't know how to manage the money I had, and it was catastrophic. I can never say that properly. Catastrophic. When I gained control of it, made many mistakes, and I had to learn how to budget and not overspend. That was from Nicole. And then Lynette said, yes, because abundance is everywhere. The Western world, as you know it, has conditioned us all. Now we're having to unlearn our own crap, basically, which is true. Sergi was like, heck, I bought a house during lockdown. Yes, you did, Sergi. You did.
You did.
You absolutely did.
Well done.
You know, it's crazy, isn't it? It's really crazy. It's all because if me and Taniesha can teach any of you anything here, mindset. I'm not a coach or anything. She's not a coach. Like,
we are learning and growing people.
And what we're learning out more than anything, it's all about this. If this ain't right, everything else is going to crash and burn, isn't it?
Yeah.
If this ain't right. And being around the same people with the same mentality, that are open to learning and growing as well. Because if you're around people again that are just nice people but are closed off, then it makes it very difficult for you to grow, because they'll be holding you.
You wouldn't go in a swimming pool with all your Wellingtons and stuff on and things like that, and it's exactly the same thing. You're dry drowning instead of wet drowning. Do you know what I mean? When you're around the wrong people.
Yeah, definitely. Has anyone got anything they wanted to add in terms of saving money during, like Taniesha said, saving money during lockdown, realizing there was stuff you didn't need, or anything like that? Please let us know.
And another thing would be nice is just to think, like, when you're sitting here listening to us and our experiences and other people who are commenting as well, what are the 2 things that come to mind that you have learned about yourself during 2021? It'll be really interesting to get some feedback on that.
Jada asked, I don't know if she's still here, but Jada asked earlier, what did she say? How is the collagen going for you ladies? I'm sure that's what I saw Jada ask. Pep's on. I don't know if Pep's still here. If you're still here, Pep, my sister who texts us, I love her. I'm sure that's what, I can't find it now, but I'm sure Jada said somewhere, how was the collagen going?
For me personally, I've noticed I take my collagen at night. The first one I took it in the morning because I came on live to take my first collagen with you guys, which was really great. So you could actually, I'm a great believer in if I'm going to tell you to do something, it's not do as I say, it's do as I say and do. So I like to share. And I believe when you're sharing something for the first time, you can't hide. I can't bullshit anyway. That's not in my nature. You know what I'm saying? So, as you can tell, really don't have any filter. So it's hard for me to bullshit. So I prefer just when I'm trying new stuff to just come on and share it with you so you can see my response. So if I say my body will say one thing, body language.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But for me, I like the collagen. The first thing I noticed was the taste. I don't take sugar, and that's the reason why I found it extra sweet.
Yeah.
But now that I'm used to it, I like the taste anyway, but it's not as sweet.
Right, yeah.
It just gives you that little kickback to it. I find that when I took my next dose and every dose since then, I'm now in day 5, and I take it at night because I am like a energizing bunny in the daytime. I am like Duracell backed up by Panasonic. There is no way that I can take it in the day and be able to notice many differences because I am so on the go all the time.
Yeah.
I just don't comprehend any of that. But I suffer with insomnia anyway, and I've noticed that I'm more relaxed in the evening. I noticed that I probably get about an extra 20 minutes kip, which is really good. If you knew me, and you know that I only get 2-3 hours, if I'm lucky, sleep a night, and that's been lifelong. So to get an extra 20 minutes also is really good for me. I've noticed that my recovery after I finish training, I recover better. I feel refreshed. I don't feel like really tired and stuff.
Yeah, that's really good.
I also noticed it curbed my appetite. I like Haribo sweets, people. You know, they like the straws with the red straws. Right, yeah, I like Haribo sweets. I had a packet the other day. You're lucky for 83.
Wow.
You're lucky for 83. So my meal plans are going well anyway, but it's just more so made me focus on that because I don't crave crap to eat.
Yeah.
When I train, for those of you that don't know, probably none of you here, unless you're friends of Sylvia's, I actually do pole fitness. Sometimes if the temperature is not right in my gym at home, I can actually get very sweaty. I'm a sweaty person. I sweat anyway. I look like I've had a bucket chucked over me when I'm finished.
I'm like that on my face in my dance class. It's my face that I get it.
Yeah, but I've noticed that I am not as sweaty.
Yeah.
I am not as sweaty, and my grip is a bit more. I also noticed my skin's like, it seems like smoother, and this might gross people out, but that is, again, no filter. My urine is like healthier. We were talking about this the other day.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Yeah.
And I drink a lot of water anyway. I probably drink between 3 and 5 liters of water a day. So I pee like I
don't. I'm crap at drinking water. I'm really bad with it.
With the amount of training and teaching that I do, I don't really have much choice. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do it.
No, I get it. I'm just crap. I've never done it. Even when I was teaching 16, 20 classes a week, still didn't drink. I'd bring a water bottle and never touch it. People are like, how could you not drink? And I just forget. I just don't. Yeah, it's not good.
No, I have. And I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm not wearing any makeup or anything. And I haven't done my skincare since this morning. I've yet to do my skincare before bed. And I have noticed my skin. I mean, I came on the other day, and first thing that comments that I got is, girl, you are glowing.
Yeah. And skin's definitely different.
It is different. I mean, I've got combination skin, and I have noticed that I don't actually feel the
There's no oil. Me, I get oily. I normally here gets really shiny.
Yeah.
And here, that, like, even if you look at some of my images in the past, if you look, you can see it shining here. That's the oil.
Yes.
I'm getting no oil. I keep doing this because I'm used to doing this to wipe it away, but there's nothing there. Like, there's nothing there. Like, I'm going to say what Marva's saying. I'm still in denial. I'm still in denial.
Do you know
there
what?
Is nothing there.
I think me personally, I think the biggest thing that I'm looking forward to is I've got arthritis. I am riddled with arthritis. I've had a flare up for about 2 weeks on and off now, and it's making it really hard for me to train, especially with the change of weather. I mean, my heating's been on full blast for about a month, and I am still cold, and my bones are still aching. I have physical pain every single day, and I don't take medication for it because I build everything that I need for my body, all my vitamins, my iron, everything comes from my food, which is why I love my food like that. I have noticed the, what do you call it? My IT band. If for those of you that don't know what an IT band is, it's the muscle that joins on the side of the knee. It also joins onto the hips and the pelvis. And I've noticed that that is not aching as much.
Okay,
so I'm quite looking forward to more so when I come to the 2 week mark to see a big improvement. I mean, the pain that I experience, sometimes it's like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I get you.
So I don't expect a massive difference, which is probably why I've noticed that small difference, because it does make a difference. So all in all, for me personally, although I am very, very like conscious about my skin and stuff, because my skincare routine is regular anyway, twice a day. I know that my skin is recovering. So with the collagen, the skin is a bonus, but for me, it's more internal.
I hear you. Yeah.
You've got different types of people. And I've noticed for those of you that have already purchased it, when you're giving your feedback, you've got the group that's purchasing it and that their sole purpose is the beauty side of it on their skin.
Yeah.
For the reduction in wrinkles and pores and things like that. To get their nails strengthened, to get their hair to grow back in certain places. Well, now that I've noticed those little differences, the biggest thing for me is the repairing of my tissues, my ligaments, my tendons.
Well, let me tell you, I messaged Marva, was it yesterday, on the way home from work? I'm sure it was yesterday. I'm losing track of days. Like my eyesight, and that wasn't, for me, that wasn't on the radar. My eyesight wasn't on the radar. Like, I don't even know why I didn't even consider it. For me, it was, would it help my hairline? Would it help my hair to grow back? Would it help my nails to be grow even and stronger? And maybe improve my skin a little bit more. Because again, I do my skincare like you twice a day. So it wasn't a major thing for me. But my eyesight, I can't explain. And I keep thinking I am imagining this because I can see better. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not a miracle that I woke up and Jesus touched my eyes and I can see now without, that's not it, guys. Okay. But obviously I've got my contacts in because I broke my glasses. These aren't prescription. They're just to stop the glare. So there's no prescription in these. I've got my contacts on, and normally what happens in the morning, as soon as I open my eyes, I reach for my glasses because I can't see nothing. So I have to reach for my glasses to be able to see. I can't do that because my glasses broke, right? And I'm not putting contacts in my eyes, especially not this morning when we got up like 5:30 in the morning. No, I'm not putting contacts in my eyes at that time in the morning. It's just not happening. So normally I can't see anything, but now I can actually see objects. I can't explain it. And when I had my contacts in, obviously I was diagnosed with the condition in 2020. Yeah, end of 2020. And they said I'm not allowed to wear my contact lenses for more than 2 hours and not to wear them every day because it will make my eye condition worse. And what was happening, if I had them in longer than that, my eyes felt sticky, they felt grainy, like there was something in my eye, and they felt really, really dry. And my eyes would start to literally close. They would literally start closing because they were tired, right? So I wasn't allowed to. So that's why most of the time now you see me in my glasses. But I haven't been able to wear my glasses, so I've had to wear my contacts. And obviously my glasses broke just before I started taking the collagen. So I've had to wear my contacts, and I've been panicking about that because I was like, not supposed to wear them for longer than 2 hours. Oh my God, I'm going to start making my eyes work. I'm going to get itchiness and puffiness and all that come back. I've had none of that. And I can see, like, I know it sounds crazy. I can see, like, driving at night for me in my contacts became an issue. If I was going long distance, like driving to my class Leighton Buzzard, it's a 45-minute drive and it's all dark lanes up there. And that was becoming an issue with my contacts. So I'd have to take my glasses with me, put them on and change when I got up there into my contacts because I can't dance with my glasses. Yesterday was the first day since I've taken the collagen that I did my dance class. I had to drive today, and I had to drive just with my contacts because I haven't got my glasses. And I was panicking when I left the house, like all those dark alleys, like, you know, the fear because it goes blurry. And I was driving along, and I'm like, I can see. I'm saying to myself in the car, I can see the road. I can see. Like, I'm talking to myself in the car, and then on the way home, it was foggy, like just thick fog, and I was like, oh my God, I got to do. And I'm like, I can see. And I remember I WhatsApped Marv, and I was like, I can see, like it, like, you wear glasses, is this just me or what? But I can see. I don't know, because it's still I'm day 6, I think. I'm day 6. I'm a day ahead of you, aren't I? I'm still, like, guys, I'm still testing this out. But if that's what it can do for me in 6 days, I can't wait until I get to day 15 and day 30 to see what other changes, if anything. Because I'm kind of blown away a little bit now. I'm really blown away with it.
I think that's why I was like, you see the research that we've done. After I'd done, because I wasn't sure whether I was going to go for the 15 days trial, which is the bare minimum, or I wasn't sure if I was going to go for the 30 days. But with the research that I did, I was like, you know what? The only real way that I'm going to get an impact
to be the 30
with the issues that I've got physically, it has to be a 30 days to give it a good run. So I myself have signed up for a subscription service, which
same here.
Obviously it's cheaper anyway when you get a subscription. So it was cheaper for me to do that, because if you buy the 15 days and then you turn around and say, oh well, yeah, you know what, I started to feel something or noticed something, or
and you got to wait,
then you got to buy it again, and you're just like, well, why am I paying more? Do you know what I mean? And,
it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
And I'm glad that the 14-day guarantee and the 90-day exchange applies to us as well.
Yeah, it does. That's what I'm saying. Let's see what anybody said. Going back to money, Sergi said that period, because to your answer to your question, gave her time to evaluate what they had and what they needed, and set us in the mindset that we could do more than we were doing. I still also managed to maintain my savings. Well done, Serge.
Yes.
Nicole said, I'm like that. I overheat. She overheats when you're talking about sweating.
Yeah.
Vicky said, collagen is going well for me. I have more energy and my nails are starting to grow and seem longer. I'm really hoping my hair might get thicker and stronger. Oh, yeah. Praying for you on that one, Vicky. My nails are definitely. I noticed it more today with my nails. Look, like I was just like, what the?
I took some pictures just like you guys did on day 1.
Yeah.
And I showed a close-up of my hands, and all of my nails, apart from these 4 here, which the little finger and the ring finger next to them, they're long. All the rest of them, I had no nails. And look,
that's what I'm saying.
You see, yeah.
Like really coming through. Like I cut all mine down before I started purposely, and it's like, and I'm like, it's crazy.
I purposefully left mine the way that they were so I could see the massive difference. And do you know what I've noticed? My nails, they're actually hard.
They're hard, aren't they? They're solid.
I don't know if
they're
you
like
guys
literally solid. They're not bendy. They're not brittle. They're not. I don't know how to explain it, man. I just can't explain it. I really can't. Sandra's saying, I cannot wait to try it to get a better skin, get more energy and hair. As for nails, they grow so fast, but I always cut them because I'm so she's manual always doing. Yeah, she's always using her hands, so I get that. My hair feels softer as well. That's why it keeps it keeps unraveling because it's gone super soft. So it won't stick now, which is annoying, but it's not annoying. Live, I'm inboxing today. I'm inboxing you today, sorry, Lynette. I've got to do your questionnaire as well, actually, Lynette. I've looked at that today. I need to do that. But yeah,
I actually spoke to someone today, and she's got arthritis as well.
Okay, I'm going to try it on my mum. I'm getting one for my mum. But it's worth a try. Let's see if it'll help her.
I definitely spoke to this lady today, and it literally wasn't even about business. It's the truth we know. We was actually talking about aerial hoop.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah.
We were talking about aerial hoop, and she said that she doesn't get how, because she's been I've known her. She's been in my life a long time. And she was there when I had my car crash. For those of you that don't know, I had a really major car crash when I was 17. And I'm lucky to be here, to be honest. And I'm lucky to even be walking. I started pole fitness like about 11, 12 years ago now. And I started when I was on crutches, when I was unable to walk without walking aids. And that's coming from someone who told me that I would never walk again properly on my own. So she's been there for that long, and she's just like, I don't understand how you still go in. I don't understand how you still up and that. You're doing more and more stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but everything that I'm doing is to help my body to keep moving.
Build it.
You know what I mean? If I sit down and do nothing, I'm going to seize up.
That's when you seize up. Absolutely. Got to keep moving.
And then I said to her, oh, actually, I've just started taking collagen. And then we just got onto that subject, and she's like, really? Can you send me some info? She's not on Facebook. I did post her picture in my VIP group with her consent, but she's not on here.
Yeah.
But she was like, can you send me some info? Listen, I sent her some of the info that's in my VIP group, and she just went and done something. She was supposed to be studying for uni, and she left it to go and do a bit of research. And within about 10 minutes, she come back and she's like, can I order one? And I forgot it's not open to the public until the 24th.
Yeah.
I could order it for her, just like you said. You know what I mean? We can order it for you. But it's not open to the public until the 24th. So she's like, can you not get me one?
You only got to wait till Monday.
Well, she doesn't, because she sent me the money straight away. So I was like, okay, I'm going to order you one.
Exactly.
So
I mean, look, I don't know if you can see it in this light. I can see it, but I don't know if you remember how mashed up my eyes were from Black Friday. I mean, they were bad.
They were really dark and dry underneath.
Yeah, and they were like all here was like scaly from too much makeup on there. And look at them. Every morning I look in and I'm like, oh my god, look at my eyes. Honestly,
guys, what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to some more eyebrows and thicker lashes. So take note of my brows, people.
It's madness, isn't it? It's madness. Well, we'll see. Day 6. Maybe I'm not going to take any more pictures until maybe I'm going to say day 15. But if I can't hold out, I'll do it at day 10. Because
you are not going to hold out to day 15 after you only just took your second set of pictures.
Day 10. The earliest will be day 10. I'm not going to do it before then, because otherwise yada and see what we got.
Gonna wake up tomorrow morning. No,
I know. Exactly. Right, well, I think we've been on here long enough. Guys, thank you for joining us today and listening to us just chatting and helping us complete. That was task 3, topic 1. We've got 2 more lives to go yet. I don't even know what they were about. I need to check. But thank you.
I need to check on what they're about.
Yeah.
As you know, my technology game today was weak. I broke my phone. I broke my charger to my phone. My laptop crashed. I had to be really extra nice to my daughter and say, can I please use your new laptop so I can do my live? I need to stick to my targets.
Exactly. No,
So I really
would
do appreciate all you guys coming on. Thank you for the interaction. Because when we come on, we don't come on to talk about ourselves. You know, fair enough, we share what we love and things like that at the same time. But at the same time, it's about keeping it real. It's about showing you who we are. We are no different to you. The difference is obviously this is how we make our living as well. But it's really nice for you to actually get to know us as people. There's no difference. There really is no difference, you know. So it's been really good doing these lives, and even after the challenge, I'm hoping that we at least get to come on at least once a week.
I think so, and if any of the Brandy sisters are in the chat still, watch out, okay? Because I think we should be doing this as a team, as a family. Imagine all of us on here, just chatting. Yeah, listen. So you better watch out, okay?
And you know what? It's not just open to the Y family, and it's not just open to the
anyone wants to come on.
If anyone wants to come on and just share something about yourselves, or an experience, or even a goal of yours that you've got, you know, then feel free just to comment on the video. If you've got any value from this video, please drop the word value underneath. Clearly, obviously, if you've got any questions about collagen, or about finances, or about any way that you possibly think one of us could suggest something that can help you in your circumstances, then please do drop a comment under the video. That is very good. Other than that, please do continue to love the skin you're in, because you spend 24 hours, 7 days a week in it. And I am not wiping your batty for you, because your parents stopped doing that a long time ago. So we will catch you on the flip side.
Sandra said, value. Sergi said, you're going to break Facebook. It's been nice watching you, said Sandra. Thank you, Sandra. All the sisters on a live. Yes. Listen, Serge, don't even try and get out of it. All of us have got to get on here.
And Sergi, don't think you're going to come on here and have a picture up and no live feed.
Right. Exactly. Anybody's welcome. You don't need to have. We can just send you the Zoom link and you can just jump on. It's not a restricted zone. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys. I hope you have, for those in the UK, hope you have a lovely rest of the evening, or bedtime for you maybe. For our sisters like Sandra in Canada, it's what would it be for Sandra now? What, 5 o'clock in the evening or earlier?
A bit earlier. It's 10 now. So it's about 5 there.
About 5 o'clock. So Sandra's just about to start her evening. So Sandra, enjoy your evening, whatever you're up to. And Sandra, we're missing your lives, girl. Okay, just putting it out there.
Oh, bless.
We love you guys, and we'll see you all
good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Do drop in the comments where you are signing in from. That would be really fun to know that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. See, Tanisha's an expert at this. I'm just rubbish. Tanisha's like, she's all professional. I'm just rubbish.
Professional, my Bart Simpson shorts.
Excellent. All right, guys, we're going to let you go now. Yeah. Love you guys, and we'll speak to you later. T, I'll speak to you in inbox.
Okay. Thanks,
bye,
guys.
everyone.
Love ya.
Bye.
Bye.